So dropshipping in 2020 is going to be completely different. And I'm about to teach you guys how you can stay ahead of the curve and start or keep dominating the game. So if you guys have been keeping up with me, if you've been following my strategies, if you've been following some of the other people that I recommend to you guys' strategies, then you've probably been killing the game drop shipping. Now, let's say you haven't. Let's say you're new to this. Let's say you really don't know much about drop shipping. I'm about to show you guys how you can move from having a store, not making a lot of sales, to next year and even the following next couple weeks being able to absolutely dominate in your niche, blow out the competition, and really scale up to the next level mentally. So the very first thing that you guys have to do is remove all distractions. I am not kidding when I tell you guys my phone is literally always on do not disturb. Like, don't call me, don't text me, don't do anything. If I'm in my space, if somebody make a noise, like I tell them to leave or I go to sleep and I start back working whenever all of that noise and all of those distractions are gone. Guys, I cannot make this enough of a point that whenever there are too many distractions going on in your workspace, you'll never be able to really get into the zone and and I mean like really dive deep into your work and be able to move your game over to the next level. So guys, one of the biggest things that you have to remove all distractions from your work environment. Now, the second thing that you guys have to do, and this is a lot less mindset and a lot more practical stuff, is that you have to build infrastructure. Now, what that means is that you guys have to build a team. Like this year, I think we did over probably about $250,000 in sales. And even though that's not like a whole lot, I would be lying to you guys if I said I was able to do that by myself. Whether it came to my like really powerful team of VAs, whether it came to my business partner, whether it came to the networking events that I would pop up to, or whether it came to just like general friends that I would bounce ideas off of that also lived in the e-commerce community, you guys have to build up a team. I know y'all have heard the saying, you are the 5 people you spend the most time with. That goes the same thing for business. Like if all of the people you're spending time with, if they aren't successful, if they aren't really hustling, if they aren't grinding hard at whatever their dream is, if they're not entrepreneurs, if they're not diving deep into their dreams and figuring out how to actually make this thing work, then you probably shouldn't be spending a lot of time with them. And then on the same thing when it comes to your storefront, if you're just hiring really cheap VAs, if you're not creating trustworthy relationships, if you're not making mutual business partnerships, then you're not setting yourself up to succeed. And in 2020, I'm telling you guys, the dropshipping game is going to completely change. And these are things that you're going to have to set up if you want to build a very real business. So guys, again, create the infrastructure for you to succeed. All right, I know y'all are probably tired of hearing me say this, but in 2020, you are going to have to create a brand. Look, guys, Amazon, Walmart, Marvel, none of these words by themselves mean anything. But all of these words that I just told you guys, you recognized and you associated them with probably like a really good memory because they have spent billions of dollars on branding. Most of you guys have not. And even for you guys that have, you have to go 100% in on branding. Guys, like, everything is about to change when it comes to this whole dropshipping game. Wish, Amazon, and all of these like big dog e-commerce companies are literally spending billions of dollars on advertising and marketing budgets. I don't know if you can compete with those budgets, but I know I damn sure can. The only thing that we can do to offset these people is create a unique customer experience by having our own brand. Whether your brand is fast shipping times, whether it's being very engaged with their customers on Instagram, whether it's sending out super funny and dope memes through email marketing or even on Instagram or sharing them on your social profile, whether it's top quality customer support, whatever your brand is, you have to focus in, strap down and create that. Make a brand, guys. I'm trying to tell you, I cannot stress this enough. Don't get me wrong, making a regular general dropshipping store, it'll work and it'll continue to work. But the longevity of those stores, I can't promise that. So starting up a store off something that's super trendy, it'll be popping for about 3 to 4 months and then it dies. You can keep going through that cycle, but I'm telling you guys, you'll be leaving a significant amount of money on the table whenever you don't create a brand that you can really, really believe in, because that's when you move from working on it just because you feel like you have to make money, to staying up all night trying to grow and build out something that you're so passionate about because you believe in the brand that you put so much effort behind. So I'm telling you guys, if you haven't already, start creating and building up your brand. Now, one of the biggest things, and I mean like one of the biggest things that I struggle with literally all of the time, that if I want to dominate in 2020, I'm going to have to start doing differently too, is we all need to diversify. Now, I know you guys have probably heard this before, but it's super duper important. Think of the number of time you spend on one ad platform. So for me in specific, it's Instagram and Google. If it's not Instagram, if it's not Google, I usually don't want to do it. I'm not too good at it, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm not always the first in line to learn it. But that's going to have to change for my game and for your game. I know a lot of you guys are using Facebook ads. Don't get me wrong, Facebook ads is super dope, but we've all seen multiple times this year when Facebook just crashes. Like, we can't control it. Facebook just crashes. It keeps spending all of our money, but we don't get any sales. And it just becomes a really shitty day. So the difference between what you guys are doing now and we all need to start doing in 2020 is, let's say Facebook and Instagram crash. Okay, well, my store is probably going to dip down today because two big marketing platforms. I'm not saying you should cut these completely off, but instead of spending 90% of your time on some of these, what if you spent 60% of your time on this, outsource it, do something so that you can move on to learning Pinterest ads, so that you can move, if you haven't already, learning Google ads, so that you can learn Snapchat ads, like email marketing, so that you can just get really, really good at building a funnel of an entire business instead of having only one ad platform. Because if that one ad platform goes down, if they ban you, then you don't have a business anymore, guys. And this is super duper important, because let's say you don't get banned. Let's say everything works fine. Think about how much money you're leaving on the table, or just think about how many potential customers you're not reaching because one person doesn't really like Facebook that much, but they really, really like Snapchat. Or somebody doesn't really, really like Snapchat, but they really like Instagram. Somebody that doesn't like Instagram, but they like Pinterest a whole lot. All of these different platforms, they have your target audience in there, but you have to go out and you have to go reach them because they won't go and find you. So if you guys haven't already, make sure to diversify into as many ad platforms as possible so that you guys can maximize your earning potential. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up my 4 tips to dominate in 2020. Now, I know they weren't super crazy tips. I won't lie to you guys. I don't sell any super secret tips or ninja scaling tricks or all of this crazy stuff. I really, really only try to give very, very practical advice. And I know some of this advice was really, really simple, but it's advice that a lot of you guys are not doing. And if you are doing it, you're not doing it 100%. So I hope that you really, 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 really enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. And again, guys, we talked about diversifying, building a brand, creating infrastructure, and removing all of your distractions. So again, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this video. If you guys want to talk to me, drop a comment below. I pretty much respond to all of the comments. And please do not think I will not read you guys' comments. Your comments are literally like the air that I breathe. I love knowing the feedback on you guys on my videos, whether you think my videos are trash, whether you really, really like them a lot. Whatever it is that you guys think, I really, really want to hear it. And if you want some private help, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram. Again, I pretty much respond to everybody. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys next time.